Okay, today we are going to walk through doing a venipuncture procedure on a patient. The first thing that you would do is you're going to identify your patient. You're going to ask them their name, first and last name, their date of birth, and the last four of their social. After that, you're going to explain the procedure of the patient. You're going to ask them a series of questions. Those questions are, have you had anything to eat or drink in the last 10 to 12 hours? That includes gum, candy, coffee, that's not black coffee. The only thing that they should have is water. They can have as much water as they'd like. Next thing is ask them if they're allergic to latex. Ask them if they're allergic to adhesive. Ask them if they're on any blood thinners like Coumadin, warfarin, aspirin, or Lovenox. And that's it, as long as they've had the procedure done before. Otherwise, you'd want to ask them if they've had their blood drawn before. Oh, and ask them if they faint at the sight of blood or have any other complications or having a blood draw, if they have had a blood draw before, and they would know. Alright, next thing you want to do is find the site where you're going to be drawing the blood. So you're going to find which vein with your tourniquet. So you're going to go ahead and tie your tourniquet 3 to 4 inches above the antecubital space, which is about midway up the arm. We do that so that the tourniquet ties don't go down into the space where we're going to draw blood. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to find the vein that that pops up, that we feel that we can get a good successful blood draw out of. And then after we decide, we're going to take the tourniquet back off. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to clean the site where we're going to draw blood at. And you're going to go in a circular motion from the inside of the area outward. Right, next thing you're going to do is put your needle together while that's drying. So you're going to take the back of the needle off, which is another needle, and screw that into your needle holder. And then you can set that down. Make sure that your tubes are in the right order of draw. So for this we have a light blue tube and a lavender tube, so they are in the right order of draw. And then you would go ahead and put your gloves on. Alright, after you have your gloves on, you want to go ahead and retie your tourniquet. Okay, and then you can have the person make a fist if need be. And you want to pick up your needle, take the top off, and then make sure your bevel, your needle is up so that the opening is up. Your safety should be up also in that case. Next thing you want to do is anchor your vein with your non-dominant hand, so you can go above or below to anchor the vein. And then at about a 30-degree angle, you want to follow the vein in the direction that it's going, straight into the vein. Okay, you can drop your non-dominant hand and you can pick up your first tube. Once you have established blood flow, go ahead and, does it feel like it's in your vein? Mr. Bernard? Yeah? Alright, so once that first tube fills up, take out the first tube. Oh, it's a tube. And then pick up your next tube. And let that one fill up all the way. Once it gets about halfway full, your last tube, you can go ahead and pop your tourniquet off. Take your tube out. Pick up your gauze and place that over the needle and pull the needle straight out. Good. After that, you can have the patient hold pressure while you get the bandage ready for the patient. There we go. can go ahead and put your Band-Aid on, and as long as your patient doesn't have any special conditions, like they're on blood thinners or they're feeling woozy, for example, then they should be good to go.